Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This is Rose Fres Fausto, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And Anton Fausto, the son. I want to greet everybody again for the last time. Happy Valentine's. Yeah. Although it's nearer now, Today it's nearer to Valentine's than it was our
Was it
episode
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? Oh, that's right. Right.
Well, I would still count, I think I said the weekend. The whole weekend was a Valentine's.
So even Sunday was
weekend.
a Valentine Day.
Yeah.
And so I hope you were able to really express your love to your loved ones.
Yes. The proper way, of course.
The proper way, the FQ way, which is what our topic was last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. And now it's going to be somewhat related to it, what we're talking about today. We're talking about relationships and how the different statuses, the statuses of relationships and how it was different back in your time, Mama, and how it's different now. And we can also, of course, relate that to money and learn some
your
lessons from
relationship
it.
with money,
Yes.
Okay, sige.
Okay, so before, because you wrote about this before, about how there's so many different relationship statuses. Before kasi it used to be single or
yeah. Yeah, I remember a couple of times na kasi I've spoken to millennials, no? So I would ask, "Are you still single?" And then they would say no. So I would my follow-up question would be, "Oh, so you're married na pala?" No.
So it was always like that. It was either you're always single until you're married. Was it like that back in your time?
When you fill up application forms, I think up to now naman
No,
so,
only it's different naman kasi if you go on a flight.
So we went
and then
with
answer.
that. We went with that when you
even
say
like socially, like when you talk to your friends.
Yes. Because the question now would be, do you already have a boyfriend? Do you already have a girlfriend? But even if you had one and you're not yet married, you're still considered single.
Oh, so the way
it was a civil, It was a civil status. But then even during our time, even if I myself only had either I had a boyfriend or I didn't have a boyfriend, there were already yung mga in-betweens, and we used to call it MU.
You had MU already back in your time?
Yes.
Okay.
There was MU, mutual understanding.
But would this happen? Okay, in my experience, MUs, parang grade school up to early high school lang would be the only time people will actually, like, they'll confidently say, oh yeah, I have an MU. Kasi, my experience, parang it sounds like a joke now at least to my age. Parang joke
it's
na siya
so dated, it's so old style. Sa amin, it was more of they're not yet ready to commit, but they are acting as if. What I remember, most of the time, it was really the guy who wasn't ready. Hindi pa siya nagsasabi, at least in my experience, it was very clear-cut kasi to me, na para bang, tatanungin ka na, sasabihin, I love you, can you be my girlfriend, ganon. Straightforward. Hindi yung, kami na, yun lang. Hindi ganon. Tsaka syempre, dalaw sa bahay. But then I'm also saying na hindi naman lahat ganon. Meron din namang napapasagot sa phone pal.
Wait, napapasagot sa phone?
What I meant when I said napapasagot sa phone, even without the formal dalaw sa house, you can already have a girlfriend.
Was it a norm back then, 30 years ago?
30 years ago?
I mean, a couple will only become official if there is a dalaw. Kasi I know that the people would say that's an old school style.
Hindi nga.
Not that. That's old school talaga. Okay.
During my time na, meron ng gaganon. But I didn't practice that kasi Lola didn't like, she would
really?
She would always tell us that huwag kayo magpaligaw sa phone. Dapat dadalawin kayo.
So
wala phone.
so that means she liked the old school style of dalaw nga.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you meant that Lola didn't like.
No, I meant because Lola
didn't like the phone lang.
Yes, ayaw niya yun.
Wow. So she probably would hate it now. How there are lots of people na ligawan over Instagram messages lang.
Pa-PM lang.
Yeah.
Syempre. Layo sa panahon.
Okay. So, back then, they'd say MU. MU or mutual understanding, or what are the other? I heard of MU, malabong usapan.
Mukhang unggoy, sabi ko. Nahihiya siya kasi ayaw niya aminin vibes niya kasi mukha. Hindi, joke lang yun.
Okay, and then now, I think it has evolved to the term
to
dating.
So many.
the one I know that's mostly that would be commonly used is the term dating. Na if some kasi back
okay.
then,
What do you mean when you say we're dating?
if you say, "Oh, are you guys together?" or "Oh, are you single?" You'd usually say, "Oh, I'm dating someone." That means I would, from my understanding, based on my research, which is just social interactions and what I see from my friends, you say dating if you're exclusively seeing someone.
So that means you're not.
But then
seeing
you're
anyone.
not in the, you haven't had the whole girlfriend boyfriend process. You're not in that level yet. I would say it's friends and then dating and then girlfriend boyfriend and then fiance and then marriage. I would say those are the levels of relationships. Wala na yung, I don't count MU as a part of that ladder. I remember having this conversation recently.
Okay.
In Mix kasi we had a segment for Valentine's when you were asked about your worst date experience and the worst love advice you received. And then from there, one of my co-VJs said that the worst advice she received was you're supposed to collect.
Collect and
Parang
collect,
and
but
collect.
never select.
Yeah, basta that whole collect and collecting thing. And then I remembered that's how you saw the races. Na it was more of the, and I was like saying that, oh, what's wrong with that? I mean, if you're not in a relationship, I was defending. I was saying that, aren't you really supposed to go out and meet people and really parang make friends? Na you don't parang get into a relationship kagad when you just start meeting other people. Then she explains further on, says na, no, it would mean the advice you received was more in the sense of how you date around talaga.
Okay.
And I think based on your stories, that's something that was normal back then. Na that people would really date around. Kasi now, if someone goes from, let's say I'm back in college or even now, if we hear of someone who goes on a date with someone na hindi siya hangout, hindi siya kain lang or na date one weekend and then the next weekend iba na yung date niya and then the next weekend iba na yung date niya, that's not normal.
Oh, okay. So maybe we differ.
How would it
there.
be back in your time?
Maybe we differ there because you remember the stories of Papa when he broke up now with his girlfriend for 4 years. He was dating at least twice a week.
Wow.
So syempre magkaiba yun. Magkaiba.
Okay. But then those dates, parang
date lang,
isang
kasi
date lang
I think
with them
the
or
difference,
did he ever?
Isa lang. That I think now the difference is in the way we understand the term dating. Kasi like even me, I was also dating different men, but
then would you go on more than one date? Would you go on, let's say, 3 dates with 2 separate guys at the same time?
Oh, gato kunyari, somebody asked me na gusto ko naman, okay, so we will go out on a Friday. Tapos it so happened na, meron din Saturday na ibang guy. Okay lang yon as long as wala ka namang, hindi nga ako nakipag-holding hands, if I told you. Wala. So you just, it's really just,
but then that's a first date thing.
So, ganun na yan. So, my first date, and then, pag inas ka ulit, at gusto mo naman, edi you go again. But, ako, as long as there's nothing, wala namang profession of love or whatever, at ikaw naman, hindi ka naman nagmamadali, it was really acceptable to have different dates.
Okay. But then, it has to be in the very early, or I wouldn't even say the first stage of the relationship. Wala pang anything. So it's really, so it would really be, you would do it, it's as if you just ate out with a platonic friend.
Yes,
parang
platonic.
If you look at the script of the date, or if you look at the play-by-play, walang romantic,
wala. But here's the deal. For example, if the guy asks you out again, you go out again. Tapos, and pag nagsabi na siya ng the magic word na would you be my girlfriend, and mag-date pa siya sa iba, edi syempre erase ko yun. Anong klaseng, parang, my experience was that, uuna yung lalaki mag-profess, tas si girl can still make
so if the guy professed, the girl,
it's really up to you. Ako, ang dapat na style nga, huwag kang sasagot agad.
Okay. But then let's say, what do you mean by hindi sasagot agad? Not a yes, not a no?
I'll think about it.
I'll think about it. But then, how
Pero
long does
syempre,
that usually last? Kasi if you
kasi kung gusto mo naman, hindi ka na rin
kasi I would imagine scenario na okay, guy and girl have gone out on a couple of dates.
Yeah.
And then he asks the girl, "Would you be my girlfriend?" She says, "Oh, I'm not sure yet."
Yes.
And then she
girl.
proceeds to go out with other guys for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
In my book, that would be weird. Kasi if you're still going out with other guys while there's someone who's already, gets mo, showed his interest and asked it na, turn him down man lang. I mean, sagot mo na ng no if you're going out with other guys pa naman.
Kasi, yun nga magkaiba. Before kasi, it was really more pronounced that it was the male who pursued the female. So when you say pursue, it would really have to take a long time. Hindi yung parang, okay, take it or leave it. Kung hindi, hahanap na ako na ibang girl lalo. Hindi. You have to prove nga na sure ka sa kanya. And the girl, at least in my part, kahit na medyo gusto mo na, medyo ipit-ibiti mo pa ng konti.
But, while you're doing that, you're not going out with other guys na?
Pwedeng mag-go out.
Oh, wow.
Pero
okay.
I told you, no holding hands, no kissing. Okay lang.
Okay.
So that was I think magkaiba rin yung dynamics.
That would be the line. Basta wala pang
And ako, I never
hands.
asked any guy out at all. And I think pwede naman na
Yeah, now would be... And now, kasi I feel like
parang pasimple na, okay, let's
and now, I mean, you know how you said then, back then, parang, if a guy and girl are out, it's kind of something na... I think now, it's more normal for a guy and girl to, like, eat out and it's not date kaagad or romantic thing. Or is it the same pa rin? I mean, the way we look at guy and girl interactions.
Pwede ring wala. Pwede ring... Pero kadalasan kasi pag tinanong ka, tapos nilibre ka, parang meron ng balance.
Okay. Libre for no reason.
Yep.
Okay.
So, can I just go back to what you said earlier na collect and collect but never select? I used to hear that that's an old saying na ng mga, sinasabi ng mga aunties yan, na yung magpaligaw muna. Ganong effect. Kasi nga yung mga style nung araw, yung mga old movies, they would even show yung nakapila yung manliligaw. Yung mga mahahabang hair, ganyan. Nakapila yung manliligaw. Tapos nagpapaligsahan. It was really like a competition.
Oh, okay. It's a
you
formal...
Really be
it's a program
winning.
flow.
Oo. Dapat, para kayong nagbe-beauty contest, pero lalaki, mamimili yung girl. Di ba yung mga sobrang old, mga sisibak ng kahoy,
Sorry, what? Sisibak ng kahoy?
Sisibak ng kahoy, mag-iigib ng tubig.
I heard sisibak ng kahoy.
Ibig sabihin, you will fetch water.
Yeah.
Kasi syempre, mga
those are
wala pang
the
faucet.
rules. Those are the rules.
Tapos magsisibak ng kahoy for charcoal. Mga ganyan.
Okay.
Yung pang fuel. Anyway, but ako, hindi ko rin masyadong feel yung, alam mo yung paligaw effect. Yung, parang kung nag-profess na yung guy sa'yo, magano siya mo kanina, at ayaw mo na siya, ano mo na
End
yun?
mo na.
Cut mo na yun. Kasi kawawa naman.
Yeah.
Regaluhan ka pa, bibigyan ka pa ng flowers, chocolates, magbibiyahe pa siya.
Okay, but my question is, where do you draw the line? Because there are some relationships that do happen because even if the girl doesn't like at first, but then the guys...
That's the point.
That guys
pursues,
persistent.
diba?
Guys wouldn't know that kasi if girls say no because they don't like or girls say no because not yet. But there's also another one. Girls say no because they don't like. But then, after a while, they end up liking them naman.
Yes. Sabi nga nila, diba? Pwede mong kulit-kulitin. Siyempre, kung hindi mo type yung hilat siya, siguro ng buka, tapos ino-know mo na kagad. And then later on, you'd see that, oh my gosh, he's a nice guy pala. He's very persistent. And later on, you'd realize, what are the qualities that I'm looking for in a husband?
Okay.
Lalo na.
Okay.
Sabi, di ba nga, ako, humanap ka ng pangit na nga eh.
With these relationship statuses, if we relate it to money, how important, would you say that it is more important pa nga to be able to define and know your relationship with money? Because I think it's more important and more possible because it's just between a person and the money compared to two people with their own understandings of love and expectations and everything.
So parang what you're saying is, in fact, it's possible that it's easier to understand your relationship with money than your relationship with another person. Is that what you're saying?
Ideally, and I think it's something that we should, or that people should parang attack head on and gets old, they should really think about that type of things.
Yeah, they
Because I think that there are some being in a relationship, dating, getting married, not everyone
We'll go through
will
those.
go through that.
Yeah.
But with the money, I mean,
Everybody has
unless
to go through
you live in the forest, I don't know.
it. Yeah.
You will really need to define that relationship with money. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, sana nga kung ganun kasimple, no? Oo, sasabihin ko, mas simple. Money kasi is very potent eh. Kahit na inanimate object siya. It's because we attach just way too many emotions to money. Tapos, ang daming beliefs, kanya-kanya, ang daming myths about money. Hindi rin ganun kadali. But, you're right in saying that, in fact, if you were to choose between a loved one and yung relationship with money, parang mas sure ka that you will deal with money all your life.
Yeah.
The life partner. So it's really, really very important to understand your relationship with money. And we've gone through that. We do that, diba, during our workshops, FQ workshops. I write about it a lot. Kasi kung hindi mo naintindihan yung relasyon mo with money, you will go through life and it's possible na kahit ang dami-dami mo ng pera, you will not yet be happy.
And I think with the relationship with money, there's no proper age masyado. Okay, example with relationships, usually, diba, you only start dating when you're this age na, you're only gonna get married when you're, parang you have a stable source of income, yung mga ganun. But then with money,
Hindi
I would think that it's not something that you need to wait for. You shouldn't wait for the job before you.
Yeah, diba? That's what I
develop that
advocate. Sana
relationship with
right
money.
at the start, raise your children with high FQ. And that really includes making them understand the role of money in their life, in your family life. And it really goes with example. Ne?
And whether or not you are single, the civil definition of single or the colloquial definition of single.
Long distance relationship.
Oh yeah, there's really a lot of different type of relationships.
LDR.
But then when it comes to money, you have to make it clear.
Oo. And then, siguro kung babalikan din natin, it's also important that you make it clear with the person that you hang out with.
Okay.
What is your
Going back to
relationship ba?
personal, couple relationships, romantic relationships. What are your parting words on this topic?
Okay. I'm really old school in that. And the more clear it is, the better the success rate of your relationship. So, diba, that's what I always tell you guys. Especially kayo yung lalaki. Parang I always tell you na, you shouldn't be unfair with the girl.
Yeah, even if now there's a more, these days, mas equality na eh. Mas the girl can do the move, can ask the guy out.
Yes.
It's still, traditionally, at least right now, the guy would still have more
Pero let me ask you that.
holding of the steering wheel.
Have you experienced, what do you feel when a girl asks you out?
I have not experienced that eh.
How?
Of a girl asking me out on a date. Because I'm in a relationship now, so it doesn't really matter who. Once you're in a relationship,
I
kasi
meant
wala
when
nang
that started. When that started, sino ang nanligaw?
Oh, ako, syempre.
Yun
all
nga.
my experiences.
So how would you experience? How would you feel kaya kung siya yung unang nag-first, siya na una, syempre first na. Siya ang gawa ng first
Okay lang.
move.
I think it would be the same as if I were a girl. It depends on who the person is. Kung gusto ko yung person and siya mag-ask, di gusto ko.
I've always felt that I was a confident girl na medyo astig-astig na konti. That was never in my vocabulary. Para bang it was never in my mind na I will ask this guy out kahit na crush ko siya. Parang,
Well, kasi naman, not all relationships have to start with I guess it's
kaibigan mo
the friends, but then
magpaganda-ganda ka lang.
Yeah, but then if you know what you want naman, that's how I go. That's how I go.
There's a way.
If you know what you want, edi go for it. Compared to, I would rather, if I were a girl, I would rather go for the guy I like, get rejected, than wait and then nothing happens.
But the waiting kasi doesn't mean that it's the passive kind of waiting.
Okay. No, I think we're the same there.
Waiting.
I'm not for the girl is the one who takes the guy out. The girl is the one who makes ligaw. But then, the girl has to, hindi pwede na wagang ginagawa si girl.
Dapat.
She has to show. Parang dapat may konting
siguro.
leaving some breadcrumbs. Gets
Ako
mo?
siguro medyo magkaiba tayo dyan. Siguro yung 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 ginagawa niya, hindi halatang may ginagawa siya.
Yeah. Okay. And I think that is something we can talk about in a future episode. We will delve into that. How a girl should show signs or
kasi
should
the
court
analogy,
without courting.
Do you know the analogy is like a flower. Kailangan lang mag-bloom ka para ma-attract mo yung butterfly,
but
yung
you need
bees,
to
yung
bloom. You need to do your
You need to
do your thing
Yeah.
too. Okay.
Okay ba yun? We
Happy
ended that
Valentine's.
analogy?
Yes, there's a lot of lessons learned there and more to learn in our next episode. So thank you again, guys, for listening to this episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This has been Rose Fres Fausto with love saying goodbye to all of you.
And Anton Fausto the Son. Happy Valentine's again. Bye.
Bye.
The Mom and Son podcast airs every Tuesday, 7 a.m. and can be streamed on Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout.com, and YouTube. Just search Mom and Son Podcast for your weekly dose of family, finance, passions, and everything in between. Leave a comment so other listeners may find this podcast. If you have any questions or suggested topics, email us at antonfausto@gmail.com.